Greetings, welcome to Live with Chatufa. I hope you are doing well wherever you are watching us from. We are very, very interested to give you information of what is happening around our country, around the neighboring countries, as well as all over the world. Zanu PF's Harare province slams door on Jim Kunaka'S rejoining bid. You still remember, family, how Jim Kunaka has been a ZANU PF leader, the Chipangano. You still remember the Chipangano, the guys of ZANU PF, youth of ZANU PF, who were making a serious menace in Harare, in the Mbare areas and the like. Jim Kunaka was one of those people that were leading that menace group until he left ZANU PF and he started like coming back to the people. And you still remember during the times of Job Scala, where he was wanted by the ZANU PF regime, and he was hiding somewhere. At one point, he was with Jim Kunaka, and Jim Kunaka was actually speaking quite a lot against ZANU PF. You still remember in the Mklante Commission, Jim Kunaka was also one of those people that spoke so vehemently against ZANU PF, exposing ZANU PF and all the things that they used to do in terms of violence, killing the people, abducting people, and things like that. Jim Kunaka continued to be in this on the side of the people of Zimbabwe for quite some time until we started to see him just a few months ago, him beginning now to speak the ZANU PF language again. And eventually we also heard that he was now rejoining ZANU PF. Unfortunately, the news that we are receiving is that while others have been adopted, we have seen people like Kila Zifu being readopted into ZANU PF. It seems like Jim Kunaka is hitting a brick wall. The Children of the War veterans report that ZANU PF Harare province leadership has refused to accept Comrade Jim Kunaka's rejoining request. Comrade Jim will be forced to appeal to the Politburo after his letter was dismissed. Kunaka is a vibrant politician who is seen as their political threat once they accept him back in the party. So we don't know whether he's going to be allowed. One thing that we know is Mnangagwa does not quickly forgive, because Jim Kunaka said quite a lot of things against Mnangagwa. You still remember the other time that he was running with the Xavier Kasukuwere team, and they made a certain video where they were threatening Mchangwa, and they said Mchangwa must shut up. He must not continue to speak against the people of Zimbabwe, and also saying that the military will not allow ZANU PF to be out of power. And he said, you don't own the military. I hope you still remember that video that they did where they were talking about ZANU PF original, something like that. And they were putting on those T-shirts that were written ZANU PF original. So we saw him also running quite a lot during the days towards the campaigning period of Xavier Kasukuwere. He moved around with people like the Sunday, the lawyer for Kasukuwere, and also the other guys that we saw him running around with. So for now, for him now to be coming back to ZANU PF just as abruptly as that, we don't know how much damage he had caused and how many of these people are going to be accepting him back. Well, of course, the accusation or the allegation is that maybe they are afraid that he's a vibrant guy who might end up overshadowing those that are in the leadership of ZANU PF Harare province. Of course, nobody knows that. We may not know whether that really is the truth, or is it that Mnangagwa is not happy with readmitting Jim Kunaka following the fallout and, of course, the many things that Kunaka has said about the Lacoste faction, Emerson Mnangagwa, and the like. So this is what it is. If really he fails to join ZANU PF totally, then Kunaka will have fallen into a trap that he may not come out of, because he won't be able to belong anywhere. He can't be readmitted to the people again. At the same time, he can't be with ZANU PF. So he will be nowhere. And usually what causes these guys to want to come back to ZANU PF, it is because of hunger. That's one thing that we definitely know. By the time that they start suffering, ZANU PF will always come back to them and say, you know what, look at you, you are now suffering, and look at us. We are into mining, we are into what, we are into what. out of all the monies that they are sharing of all these dirty deals that they are doing. So when people like Jim would look at his life and then he sees that he has gone under the water, he finds himself now wanting to go back. And, of course, they'll be encouraging them to come back. But there will be some who will be inside who won't be, comfortable with having these guys back. So we will continue to watch and see whether Jim Kunaka is really finally going to be accepted in ZANU PF, or the door will continue to be shut from him. That can also be a danger. ZANU PF's refusal to admit him could also be exposing him to danger, because you never know what they could be planning against him, because knowing him as they do, that he has quite a lot of secrets that he keeps, secrets for ZANU PF, of things that they've done when he was during the time that he was still working with them. So that may not be very comfortable with the many people, especially those that know that they will be implicated in many cases of abductions, murders, and the injury to some people that they were beating up and killing ZANU PF. So we don't know. Let's continue to watch how far things are going to go for Jim Kunaka. But as of now, things are still look like they are tight. So they are saying that he has to appeal to the Politburo. And of course, he might appeal to the Politburo, but everyone must understand that ZANU PF is just Mnangagwa. If it is Mnangagwa who is blocking him from coming back, then even if he goes to the Politburo, there's nothing that is going to change. So I believe these people that are talking about the Politburo, maybe they don't know, or maybe they have information that it may not be Mnangagwa who is stopping him from coming back. But if it is Mnangagwa, then there is no way. Going to the Politburo would be just a sheer waste of time for Jim Kunaka. So this is what it is. We will continue to be watching what is happening in ZANU PF during these days that we are in. ZANU PF is so jittery. Things are not looking good, and things are down for ZANU PF, and they are clutching on straws to try and survive. So they will never risk to do anything that would jeopardize their situation even more. So that's one of the reasons maybe why they may not want to have Jim Kunaka coming back, because the things he revealed and taking him back will also be looking like it's treachery to other people that have been loyal to ZANU PF throughout. Because many people are disgruntled in ZANU PF who did not receive favors that they expected, especially after the coup. They expected quite a lot. And Mnangagwa is crowded with such people who are demanding to have some rewards for the work they did to bring him to power. And now bringing somebody who was actually working against them would be, causing more confusion and division right inside ZANU PF. So we still want to see if he is going to be succeeding in this. So as for Jim Kunaka, tough luck for now. Keep knocking on the door. Whether it will open or not, nobody knows. But we will see as time continues to go on. Thank you so much, family, for joining me on this one. Subscribe to the channel, like and share, and we will be meeting in the next